I'm excited to see what it's like in the new engine, Unreal Engine 5, and how it plays and stuff. But the new story elements to this will be very cool to see new characters. The fact that they're designing brand new characters, if this is true, brand new Covenant, that's awesome. And we have also heard if that's where they're investing all their time, that's probably why they've actually offloaded some of it to other developers to help make this game, which we talked about last week. Especially if it's stuff that the source material's there, you can get a support studio to help you out, use the source material and make the game. Halo Studios looks like they're focusing on new content, probably for this, but then obviously for whatever comes next in the whole multiplayer side of Halo. Maybe we'll hear about that as well this year. Not sure, but there is going to be a lot more Halo coming out here. If all of these details that we've heard about how Halo Studios is operating, it does sound like they are going to be giving content to support studios to make stuff that material is ready for, and then they're going to be able to continue to build out the franchise with new stuff, starting here with the prequel mission. So I'm pretty excited to see what that is all about. This is an Xbox, could go down as one of the worst, if not the worst, Xbox marketing campaigns potentially ever. A lot of people hated it. When I came out, I saw it. Yeah, it wasn't great. I could kind of see what they're going for. I could see what they were going for because they wanted everybody to look at basically any screen being an Xbox. It fell completely flat on its face, and Asha Sharma killed this off when she came in, which a lot of people are happy about. And now we have some more confirmation on that. It says Microsoft claims new gaming CEO killed this, and this is an Xbox campaign because it didn't feel like Xbox. So this is from Windows Central, new report, where Asha Sharma's first act after coming on board was to shut down the "This is an Xbox" campaign. And it says the advertising campaign promoted Xbox as a cross-device platform, notably on the other companies' products such as Samsung and LG devices. And the campaign proved controversial with some players who already perceived a diminishing value from owning an Xbox after Microsoft's decision to start putting its games onto PlayStation 5. And also, according to Windows Central, some staff internally disliked it for undermining their efforts. And in a statement issued to the publication, Microsoft has now confirmed this, saying Asha retired "This is an Xbox" because it didn't feel like Xbox. That's what the spokesperson says she is personally leading a reset of how we show up as a brand. So that's pretty big. Like, that's pretty massive. What I find crazy about all of this, more so than anything, is how did this campaign even get the green light to launch? If there was this much pushback internally, people didn't like it. Obviously, it takes away from the console, takes away from the brand, pushing everything as this is an Xbox, rather than specifically focus on console and PC as the main places where you can play, and then I guess handheld as well, and putting all these other things in there. How did this ever end up getting through? Maybe this is one of the main things that ended the Sarah Bond taking over. We know that they kind of threw her under the bus a little bit when Phil Spencer retired, and they put a bunch of that on her. Asha Sharma is coming in here, and I would say since she's been the CEO, although I'm going to hold my verdict and I'm still going to be skeptical, I just think that is the smart play right now based off of what we've seen previously from Xbox in the past. They say one thing and then you never know, the plans change a month later. Like, you never know what's going to happen. Things could still change. Her big thing was bringing the console back into the forefront. Her big thing was bringing the brand back into the forefront. Even if they don't really change their strategy, just kind of placing it where people look at it as being more competitive, more console war-y, you could say. And everything they're doing right now is pointing towards that. My biggest question is, what is their end goal out of all this? Are they going to make any changes to this strategy? Or are they just going to try to change the marketing and brand image? So even though they're putting games still on PS5, Xbox itself is positioned as a meaner brand, not the nice guy, you could say, as a lot of people have looked at it, especially with some of these marketing campaigns. But FanFest is back. We're seeing them try to sell their console more to people with the Xbox One. I think they should try to do a price cut now on the Xbox Series X and S to push it more because of the raising the prices of the PlayStation 5. So there is a lot of good things happening here for Xbox, and maybe more information. Maybe we'll learn a lot more as to where the direction has changed a bit on June 7th when that showcase does hit. And finally, speaking of consoles, The one console that hasn't gotten a price raise, but I think it will eventually, is the Nintendo Switch 2, and maybe it'll coincide with this current rumor here. And as a huge Zelda fan, got a Nintendo Switch 2. I would want to get this, so I'd have to think about selling my current Switch 2 to pick it up if this is end up coming true. But I knew Zelda limited edition Switch 2 console is rumored to launch with the Ocarina of Time remake, which would be a huge launch of a game, like one of the greatest games ever made. And then they give a special edition console. It'd be pretty cool. They say a few days ago, renowned leaker Nate the Hate revealed that Nintendo is working on a remake of the classic game, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, for its Switch 2 console, which is big. And then Special Nick from day one, as we know, he's discussed this in late 2024 when he claimed that the project had a pretty big budget. Again, very excited. Now, following Nate's corroboration, he added that Nintendo is also preparing a new Zelda-themed limited edition Switch 2 console to go with it. I think that would absolutely be the case. They did the same thing with Tears of the Kingdom, which is the current Switch OLED that I have. It would make a ton of sense. My only question is with this is, are they going to release this with a price raise, like after a price raise, to make the price raise have less of effect? Because I think this would sell that Nintendo Switch 2, even if the price is slightly higher. Having the anything Zelda sells like hotcakes.